Oh, hi there. Today I would like to talk about the propaganda posters I've seen around town. Every few months or so there's a new set. Anyway, this one is geared towards the hospital staff members that are underpaid, overworked, and not treated fairly, according to these posters. It's labeled as hospitals' dirty secrets. The thing is, hospitals' dirty secrets. Don't try and confuse the issue. Uh, Hospitals do indeed have dirty secrets. A lot of them. Millions of dirty secrets. But the whiny little bitch problems, oh, we're not paid enough, oh, we're overworked, I don't give a fuck about those. And a lot of other people don't either. And the more you know about hospitals, the more you learn firsthand, the more you don't give a shit about their problems. They don't really give a shit about yours either. I mean, that sounds the strangest thing that you're saying. People who are supposed to give you medical treatment don't care about you. Well, it's true. They're working for money. And they do abusive things on a daily basis, depending on which department they're in, I suppose. I mean, I don't know the ins and outs of a hospital completely. I just know my first-hand experience dealing with them. And there's many things they do that are wrong. The biggest one I've got against them is them being habitual liars. They're casual about it. It's like, doesn't even bother them. They just are able to do it and it doesn't matter. I try not to lie. But you look at people and they're soulless when they just do it. And not just to, punks like me. They do it to old folks too, done nothing wrong. They fucking lie right to their faces. Give them fucking medicine that makes them sick. Fuck, they gave me medicine that made me sick for 6.5 years. And they're still not satisfied. They want me to still be on it. Well, I'm not going to cooperate, so, oh well. They're just going to have to deal with that. It's a very, very complicated situation. Like, there must be some sort of method to their madness. But, don't expect me to believe that it's a fair one, that it's a just one, that they're working in your best interest, that they're really good-natured people. Because I don't believe that. And a lot of other people don't either. And a lot of other people can explain it a lot better than me. All those perky, happy young nurses that enter the profession with the idea that they're helping people, they all become bitter old crows in the end. And the people who do make a lot of money in hospitals, fucking assholes. They got shitty opinions about a lot of things. And I'm only seeing the tip of the iceberg of how bad they can be. And I've seen enough already, man. Like, I had some mental health issues that they have exaggerated to keep me under their care for as long as they've had me under it. They've used this opportunity to be very abusive. They didn't need to be. They didn't have to be. But they wanted to think that I was mentally unwell and they wanted to believe I was the bad guy. It's not that they necessarily believed I was. They wanted to. They wanted to punish not just me, but other people who are in similar situations, done nothing wrong, but they have this illusion that they want to advance science, advance medical procedures and things like that. Every time you go in there, they act as though they're not paying attention to you at all, but in reality, They're writing everything down, and anything out of the ordinary or, good or bad, behavior-wise, they write down. And they do this so that they can be more efficient at all the dirty little secrets that they do. All the lying, all the manipulation, just all the kick dirt in your face, treat you like you're worthless, and completely disrespect you and get away with it. Well, they want to get away with it with me, but I'm not going to roll over and play dead like they want me to. I have very negative opinion about them, which shouldn't be the case. I shouldn't be so unfair about it, because there are some of them that do really good work, like the ones that work in children's hospital and things like that. As far as I know, anyway, they go in there with good intention, and they do good things. But I'm gonna hold this bias against the whole organization anyway, because I just don't like the way how I was treated. I don't think it was fair. I don't expect to get an apology from them. I don't expect them to even acknowledge it. And all those things combined has made me slightly bitter, but I'm not bitter, because I'm going to get around this problem of dealing with him and make a success story, and hopefully not only improve my life, but improve the lives of others who are, in the medical system, don't know what to do, don't know where to go, don't have anyone to help them. Because that's a horrible, horrible feeling. For years and years living in the dark, like you're some sort of expendable human vessel that you're not important, nobody cares about you, and it really doesn't matter what happens, and that you're still the villain somehow, and they're allowed to do whatever it is they want to, and to the full extent of their ability, which can be very vicious. They are very despicable people who work in the medical system. A lot of people are afraid of them. A lot of people aren't afraid of them but don't know anything about them. I'm not afraid of them, and I'm willing to talk shit about them, but some would say that's not a especially wise thing to do, because they would say I'm talking like an idiot, and I don't have any formal training on the subject, and who's gonna believe the word of some guy on YouTube against a medical professional, someone who's been trained, somebody who's jumped through all the hoops and learned what he was supposed to know. But the fact is, once someone goes through the system and it's the medical profession's word and my word, people are going to be more inclined to want to believe my word, because the medical profession, as I said, they lie, they manipulate, they deceive, all basically the same sort of things, but they don't want you knowing fuck all, and they want to be able to do whatever they want and get away without any issue. Anyway, yeah, getting back to them working long hours and not getting paid enough. Let's get one thing straight. If we put more tax money into the medical profession getting more money, it isn't going to be the bottom feeders who just started who are going to get more money. It's the assholes who are going to get more money. It's the ones who been in the system a very long time, have shafted a lot of people along the way. They got there because they had rich parents that put them through school. Maybe they saved a life or two here or there, so they garnered respect amongst their fellow assholes. They fucked over a lot of people. They fucked up on a lot of procedures. Because I highly doubt there's any doctor in any hospital that hasn't fucked up a good few times. And they're the kind of people that when they fuck up, a lot of times they get away with it. And people ought to know that. But, you know, little old me, nobody's going to believe me because they would, like I said, they want to believe that I'm mentally unwell, that I'm an asshole, that I'm a punk, and that I'm an idiot. But once you see them for who they are, once you've experienced what they'll do to you, whether you've done anything wrong or not, and then you listen to what I have to say. Sure, I don't know a lot of fancy words and you know, the technicalities of things, and certainly the legality of it. I mean, I've made a controversial YouTube channel, so I'm not overly concerned with that at this point. But the point is, the medical profession wants more money from the taxpayers. That is the message of that propaganda posters. They want more money, and it's not going to go to the bottom feeders. It's going to go to the assholes. And the bottom feeders, I don't feel that bad for them, because sure, they might always be bottom feeders and never make a real decent wage, but they could actually kind of grow and evolve and become the bitter assholes. So, you know, it's a cycle of people that, you know, maybe they're nice and kind to start with, but they slowly become assholes. You know, maybe just a biased opinion of mine. But I don't care if they ever make more money or not. I don't care if they have to work very hard for the rest of their lives and never accomplish anything. I'm looking out for number one, same as what they're doing. And they may put on the guise, the illusion that they're out there helping people, doing this or that. They're not. They're doing a job. And you happen to be there, and they're there when you're at your worst. When you're in your most pain, that's when they're there. Not to help you, but for them to make money. And they want more money. They want money off taxpayers and things like that. And you know, this is you know, it's a scary animal, this medical system. They got a twisted, backward, throwback logic on things. Like, the thing is, the distance between them and normal society is getting further and further away with the advancement of medical procedures and science and all this. They do things, and the truth is becoming more and more implausible and unrealistic to your average person, because they're so disconnected from a whole different chain of thought that these people in this industry have. And it is an industry. It's about making money. They work hand in hand with pharma, and pharma's not interested in your well-being. They're not interested in curing people. They want customers, just like any other business. And you know, because you're at the bottom of the barrel, you know, taking shit from assholes, and then therefore you give shit to other people, and you expect us to feel sorry for you? I don't feel sorry for you. I don't expect you to feel sorry for me. But, it's a simple matter of if it's you shafting me versus me shafting you, if it has to be one or the other for, it just has to be that way. It's really too bad. I'd rather it wasn't, but personally, I could make the decision, no problem. No, you will not be paid more money. Yes, you will have to work just as many hours as you have been. If you don't like your job, quit. Yeah. If I were in a position to make decisions, that's what I would say. I know that's turning a blind eye to a lot of the blood and the tears and the spilled coffee that the bottom feeders have to go through. I know that kind of makes me an asshole of myself in my own way. But as I said, it's a choice between them shafting me or me shafting them. Choice is obvious. Yeah, it's a very difficult place. I'm going to get a no-win, no-fee lawyer to properly explain everything that I've gone through and give me a fair shake on things. Because I'd rather not make enemies if I don't have to, but it's too late for that. There are already people who they want me to suffer, and they're in the medical industry, and they're never going to quit. That's one thing you got to learn about these medical professionals. They're trained never to quit and never to show mercy. And they won't to a guy like me because I contradicted them. I stood out and pointed out exactly what it is, the things they do wrong. And they don't like that. They don't like someone saying that they're incompetent, can't get anything done right, screw up too often. And I don't blame them. I certainly wouldn't want, those kinds of insults hurled at me, but that's part of life. So yeah. As far as I'm concerned, the staff members of the medical industry do not deserve to be paid more, and the ones that are at the top of the food chain making a lot of money deserve to be paid substantially less. And I hope this video moreover inspires other people to share their experiences, positive or negative, about the health industry, and shed the real light on the situation, and not live in a state of confusion society where people don't know what's going on, and it's just different people from different groups running around chasing other people all the time in all aspects of life. So anyway, yeah, I hope this video encourages and inspires other videos, ones better than mine, more insightful, to stand up to this hypocrisy and really put those bastards in their place. Anyway, I'm done talking for now. I'll see you guys later.